And we are live, baby. What's going on, everybody? Hello, this is me. How are you? I'm doing all right. Welcome to Camp Black Lagoon. What's your favorite scary movie? Hell yeah. That's a classic. I wasn't necessarily a fan of the straight to Netflix sequel, requel, whatever the hell you want to call it. Super disrespectful to the original actress. The old one is fantastic. Has this like gritty feeling to it. I actually want to go to Texas to check out the film locations. Supposedly, they turned the old house into a restaurant. Yeah, there's a bunch of different film locations that I want to check out. Hey, Seeing Igor. I just forgot the IG handle. Was so tired. Gonna follow you now. Camp Black Lagoon. Appreciate it. What's my favorite scary movie? So I have like a few of them, and I can't really necessarily point out one without pointing out the other. So we're gonna go with John Carpenter's The Thing, George Romero's Dawn of the Dead, and An American Werewolf in London. Happy Friday, Seeing Igor. Happy Friday. Also, Martin, which was also directed by George Romero, which is a very dark horror movie that follows a serial killer who kind of thinks he's a vampire but not. Hey, Obi. Good to have you back. How are we doing tonight? You know me, I'm just wired on that Baja Blast. I do too, especially when it comes straight from Taco Bell. Although I hate the Taco Bell that's in our area. Absolutely horrible. Dog shit. Oh, speaking of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I have the original in 4K hardback with a it comes with a poster. I can't stand diet sodas. Hey, Batman Begins. But we got this sick ass double sided poster with this. I already have this version in a bigger version. It's also ripped, unfortunately, but I got I if I'm gonna get it framed at some point in time, but I will definitely be using this version because of how fucking sick it is. I completely forgot that it came with a poster. Same thing with my Zombie 2 anniversary edition. Also has a poster that I think is pretty fucking sick. Honestly, I'll show that off as well. So, Zombie 2. We've got some interesting stuff that came with this. I bought it off of FYE, even though I find them to be quite overpriced. But sometimes I just can't pass up some of the classics. Why don't you put some poll horror questions? What did I get from Taco Bell? I didn't get anything for myself. I got my wife some food because she just came off from a long shift, and I went out and I got her Taco Bell. I just got myself a drink. But this is my Zombie 2 poster. It's also signed as well. It just comes signed like that, which is pretty fucking sick. Of course, you gotta take care of your significant other.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
Shut up, phone. You gotta take care of your significant other. Ham. You ever seen a reverse exorcism? Oh, shut the fuck up. Some poll questions. Don't know how to do that on here. Typically, I'll do like community polls every once in a while if you keep your eye out for them. Have you seen the people who own the truck from OG Jeepers Creepers sell signed posters when they drive the truck tire over the poster? That's pretty cool. I did not know that. What are you doing, Toaster? Being a straight menace to society. What? Ow. Anyways, I'm not necessarily a huge fan of Jeepers Creepers, simply because Mr. Salva is a fucking creep and deserves everything horrible coming his way. So, do we have any recent horror movies? Hello, Victoria. Welcome back. Do we have any recent horror movies that we absolutely enjoyed? From the Godzilla King Kong Monsterverse. It's kind of boring so far. That's a shame. I'll be loaded like a freight train, flying like an aeroplane. Sorry, I got Guns N' Roses stuck in my head right now. The Bride count as horror? I guess it's sort of within the it's horror adjacent. Yeah, I am wearing the shirt too. I just realized that. Come here. Oh, yeah. Everybody say hi, Toaster. She's got eyes that seems to me reminds me of childhood memories. She's being a menace right now. Her name's Toaster. I don't know if you can hear it right now, but she's purring her ass off. Unhand me, filthy human. But if I unhand you, you won't get the delicious scritches. Well, I consider thrillers to be horror adjacent. They definitely have intense moments of intensity. I mean, the way that Hannibal Lecter looks at you, he fucking eats people on top of it. And also, being kidnapped by a serial killer is horrifying. Would I use Pet Cemetery? No, because dead is better. Guess who's back? 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 Back, back. Na, 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 na. The Silence of the Lambs is a psychotic horror movie, not the pure horror. Yeah, I agree. Nordy the Curse? Is that a Japanese horror film? If you remember, I told you I was going to watch to show Weapons to my family. Well, we watched it and they all loved it. Hell yeah! Love to hear that. Obi, you should definitely check out my reaction to that. Tell me what you think. A Jester Dino? Hell yeah. Hopefully you're not a T-Rex because you wouldn't be able to juggle. You'd be a horrible jester. Is that a Japanese horror film, Samsung? Hello, cornballs. Welcome to Camp Black Lagoon. So watch it tonight. I'm off work, so I'll be binging YouTube all night. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I love a good Japanese horror flick. Hello, Brandon. Serial killer thrillers can have horror elements. The 1990s have a lot of serial killer movies. Kiss the Girls, Seven, Copycat. Hell yeah. Oh my god, my stomach is hurting. We got this though. I'm trying to remember. I was watching a farcy horror movie. It's a vampire film. The Girl That Walks Alone at Night, something like that. It's a really like overcompensating title. It's really fucking long, but it was absolutely boring. I was gonna do a reaction to it, but I just ended up scrapping everything because of how god awful it was. And by the end of it, it just made me feel like I just wasted an hour and a half of my own fucking time. Have you ever seen the old version of a Christian movie called Pilgrim's Process? I've never even heard of it. Religion is actually terrifying to me because of how everybody, I just feel like everyone just gets brainwashed. And don't get me wrong, I'm not like trying to diss on religion or anything like that. It's just, it's creepy. So I drew Jason and Freddy screaming at each other. Well, Jason's mute, so I made him do sign language and flip Freddy off. Classic. It's definitely something that Jason would do. I'll be loaded like a freight train. I don't understand people who try and force their children into things like that. Definitely, like, if I had children, they can believe whatever they want, but I'm not gonna force. I'm not gonna force them because I'm not that type of household. Hell yeah. I used to take art classes back in high school. I really wish I would have stuck with it because I have a knack for drawing, but I'm not good anymore. If I can find my folder, I could show you some of my drawings that I did. a long time ago. It's a creepy movie as a kid because the devil is the narrator and appears in liminal spaces and it's filmed in old black and white grainy footage. Ooh, that's interesting. I like that. I like that descriptor. Hold on one second. Let me see if I can. Oh. I'm on a night train. Bottoms up. I'm on a night train. Fill my cup. I'm on a night train. Ready to crash and burn. I'll never learn. So these are some, like, I don't have a lot of drawings because I got rid of a lot of them. But I drew some of these a long ass time ago. You got a skeleton with horns. We got Charmander with his fucked up, fugly ass head. We got Pikachu. And I tried doing some trees and everything. And then last but not least, we have a crow. If you can even see that. I tried. Pikachu. Hell yeah. Whenever I hear somebody say type shit, all I can think of is type shit, okay, and just ends up typing the word shit. That's what my head thinks of whenever I hear that. Kids these days and their lingo. I feel so old and jaded. The Chicken Man. Let us groom our hair in accordance with the socialist way of life we love. Yeah, you can go away. What we're going to do is we're going to put you in timeout for 24 hours. So we don't got to hear that shit. Wow. Okay, you're calling me even older than I actually am. Thanks. Fuck you. Yes, that is Toaster. She is causing a ruckus. Meow. Ow. Ow. Come here. Toaster. Come here. Oh no, I'm not being serious, my guy. Come here. Don't you run away from me, you little shit. Ah. The audience wishes to see you. They just want to say hi. We're about to be 30. Oh, oh. Okay. Oh, no. There we go. My precious little princess. Yes. That was the whole point. Blame my wife for naming the cat that, but everybody seems to love the name. It just stuck. I call her Toaster Magoster, you know? That's one of her nicknames. See if I can get the special itch. Oh, there we go. Hallelujah. Hello, Jamal. How are you doing tonight? I'm a little bit older than Brian. Atomic Bomb, no joke. My cousin named it. That's cute. There you go. Getting hair everywhere. I'm probably going to have hair in my Baja Blast, but that's okay. I'll still drink it. So for joining the SIG, I'll be back. Okay, Obi. Enjoy yourself. I appreciate it. Yeah, everyone double tap the screen. Hello, Sage. What's everybody's favorite scary movie? If you're new to the page, okay, Toaster. She wants to be let out. Okay. Go on. That is the most vocal fucking cat I have ever met. She is so smart. I don't even have to tell her to sit anymore when it comes to feeding her. All right, Brandon. I'll still be here if you come back. I still like Terrifier and it because clown. There used to be an old joke between my old co-host and I back when we started this channel, and it was really stupid. We were like, clown, 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 where are you, clown? I think that was right around like 2020 when we did the interview with David Howard Thornton, Art the Clown himself. Which, if you still have not seen, you should definitely check it out. It is on the channel. Clown? Ah! No. I peed myself. Just a little. Damn you, Victoria. Called The Pit. I have not. I peed myself just a little. Hi. Welcome back. I love Art the Clown. He is very expressive. I think it takes a lot for an actor to play a character that has no lines. We stan Art. Speaking of art, we have a VHS collector's box. It's got a scratch and stiff Christmas themed sticker. I hope it smells like pine and feces. No, Monica. We also have Terrifier 2, on DVD, and I just couldn't pass it up. We have Terrifier 2 on 4K Ultra HD and Blu-ray. Look at that. Art the Clown and glorious 4K. It's pretty fucking cool. And we also got the lovely, lovely, beloved Terrifier 3. I also cannot pass up on this. Love me some Terrifier. Come at me, bro. I sat across the bar from DHT and his family. Hell yeah. DHT is the man. He's a really nice guy. See, how I made it happen with the interview was I literally hit him up on his Instagram page. I DM'd him and I was like, hey, I have this podcast where we talk about horror movies and I would love to have you on the show. And he said, cool, let's make it happen. We had a date and everything set up, and he was more than willing to do that for us. It made me literally so happy. That was like the highlight of 2020. Even with all the circumstances going on in the world, he literally made my night. We spent probably close to 3 hours recording. We have the footage. The edited version is here on the YouTube page. And if you want to go check out the Patreon page, the link's in the bio, by the way. Patreon's absolutely free. Free to join. Absolutely free. I just want to clarify that. I don't expect anybody to fucking give me money or anything like that. If you had a great actor who's a bit of a douche with fans, could I handle it? I'd be somewhat disappointed. I'm not gonna lie. I'll be a little bit hurt in my feelings, but I'll get over it at some point in time. It's like, I can appreciate his art for what he does. Amazing actor, yes. Horrible person, yeah. I mean, we have our bad days. I surely have my bad days. But I've met some pretty cool actors. I trying to remember names. I'm horrible at names. J.J. Abrams and the guy who wrote It Follows are making a movie where a small suburban street gets teleported to a time and place with dinosaurs. I think it has Anne Hathaway and Ewan McGregor in it. That sounds like an interesting movie. I just hope there isn't any like solar flares that J.J. Abrams just loves to fucking use in his movies. That's the same thing with Zack Snyder and him loving to do slow motion shit for no fucking reason. I can't stand him. I cannot stand his style of directing. Are you fucking serious? He loves that effect. He loves it so much he'll put it in his name. I guess we all have our shtick. I can I can handle some action movies that have slow motion in them. I like hard boiled. I like there, there are some instances where I think it's okay. I mean, shit. One of my favorite video games from back then was Max Payne, and that slow motion. There's a slow motion mechanic that revolves around that. But when it comes to Zack Snyder, I think there are too many fucking slow motion moments where it just feels super over bloated and unnecessary. Like his Dawn of the Dead remake, for instance, they throw a toilet through a window and it crashes in slow motion. What is the point of that? No point whatsoever. Talk about shitty use of slow motion. Art. You've never seen Terrifier? Let me just say this real fast. If you're watching the first Terrifier movie, don't expect a narrative driven movie. We're there for the gore, man. And it is intense. I will say that. The second movie has some more character development and stuff like that, but I feel like Terrifier 2, in my opinion, is a bit over bloated. Yeah, he was stabbed in slow motion. I think Terrifier 2 is a little bit over bloated, but they attempt to have more of a narrative and character development and all that good stuff, so it makes you root for the final girl. And then Terrifier 3 is a lot better. I absolutely enjoy Terrifier 3. It's one of my favorites in the entire franchise. It's going to be hard for Terrifier 4 to top Terrifier 3 because I'm just a sucker when it comes to Christmas themed horror movies. Freddy versus Jason. Pretty sure there was a lot of slow motion moments in that movie too. Of course I have. I happen to be a huge Ice Nine Kills fan. It's all good. I actually, what's funny about that is I was hanging out with my mom, and we just so happened to be listening to that while we were driving. Yeah, Freddy versus Jason. I think it's really weird when people have this conversation about who do you think won in Freddy versus Jason, and clearly it was Jason. He was the last man standing, regardless of how the movie ends. Or movies. They had a freeze frame at the end of Child's Play 1. Yeah, they did, now that I think about it. In my style, Jason now has a rotting shark tail and dorsal fin in my style. While Freddy's got little horns and a demon tail. That's dope. I like that. I actually haven't watched the X-Files, which is unfortunate. But I do remember watching some gameplay for the video game, which is very interesting because it's kind of in the style of old school Resident Evil. I played Mario 3 on acid. Let's put it that way. Mario 3 is actually one of my favorite fucking games to play. I bought that on the Wii a long time ago and I played the shit out of it. Yeah, back on the PS2. It kind of like it's canon amongst the story. Cookie Run Kingdom fans. I don't think you're gonna find it. Oh, I don't think you're gonna find it here, buddy. I'm like a floating fetus in the abyss of fandoms. That's an interesting way to put it. Oh yeah, I haven't seen them in a hot minute. X Files has horror themed episodes mixed in. Yeah, the video game is definitely horror themed for sure. From what I've seen, I believe it's got like zombies or whatever. Um, but I like the fact since I've never actually watched X Files, I just like the fact that it's tied in with the show somewhere within whatever season. I like it when video games do that. At one point in time, I would love to do an experiment where I stream a horror game or whatever, because I don't know if it'll give you guys notifications that I'm streaming on the PC, but I'm definitely sure that it gives you guys notifications when I stream off the phone, which is very interesting. And I also tend to pop up more on random people's feeds via phone rather than via PC. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. You never come here from notifications? Do you have the bell clicked on? Y'all should definitely click the bell. I would appreciate it. Thank you very much. Fair enough. Oh, I'm upsetty spaghetti. I only got 2 cigarettes left. Got to make that one. Yeah, I don't like the feeling when I'm stoned. I just get really fucking overwhelmed and overstimulated. Yeah, I have insomnia too, but it just makes my anxiety worse. Oh my god, I used to stay up and watch Adult Swim all the fucking time, especially when I would have like sleepovers and stuff. Go over to a friend's house and we would just stay up till like the sun rose and we would just watch Robot Chicken and all that, Aqua Teen Hunger Force and Squidbillies and all the classics. My favorite show actually would have to be Metalocalypse because, well, I like metal. Drink the bleach. Death Clock, yeah. Squizga, look! I'm getting a hand job from your mama! Moms, no! Oh, she's got that Swedish grip. It's like she's playing the guitar. Fiddle with wahoo. That's my girl. I fucking love that show. That Christmas special was fucking wild. Dr. Roxo, the rock and roll clown, is probably one of my favorite characters. Favorite killer animal horror? That's a hard one. I'd probably have to go with Jaws, even though that might be a basic answer. It's just a classic. Back when Universal Studios had the Jaws ride, that shit gave me nightmares. I also hate sharks. I will be back. I have to take a piss. A tinkle, if you will. Alrighty, I am back. I feel 3 pounds lighter. Favorite subgenre? Uh, I don't really know. I never really thought about it. Would horror comedy lie under that? I heard it was horrible. I'm sorry to hear that. Horror comedies, trying to think. Shaun of the Dead is a fantastic horror comedy. Oh yeah, Tucker and Dale versus Evil is phenomenal. I covered the monkey on the channel. Didn't really do well in views, and I honestly was not impressed. I did not enjoy it. There were there were some graphic moments that I was like, "Oh my fucking god." But other than that, was not impressed. Tiger and Dale versus Evil. I'm trying to think of I An American Werewolf in London has some slight comedy to it, but it's not. It's more horror than anything. I have not seen Nope. I've seen Us by him, which I thought was a pretty good movie. But other than that, I don't think I've seen any other horror movie from him. Okay. Good to know. Ooh. Ooh, Tarantino style. That's interesting. Tarantino is a fantastic director. I love Inglorious Bastards. Although I will say, I have to be in the mood to sit through that many hours to watch a movie. But it is fantastic. I enjoy that movie a lot. I like the memes of the Jew bear, and they superimpose Adam Sandler's face on there. I thought that was funny. Eli Roth, he is a great actor. I will give him that. Just not necessarily a fan of his movies. Hostel is decent, and Hostel 2 as well. But overall, can't say that there's anything else that really makes me think he's a great fucking director. What are your all's thoughts? Speaking of directors, what are your all's thoughts on Ty West as a director? Was Eli Roth in Reservoir Dogs? So Ty West did he did X, he did X Pearl, uh, and then the other movie, that trilogy. He was also in this movie as well. Have you seen this movie? Have y'all seen this movie before? So Ty West was also in this movie. He's the first guy to take an arrow to the head. If you have not seen this movie, I highly fucking recommend it because of how fun it is. So fun story. I believe this movie came out in 2000. Okay, this movie came out in 2013. Um, yes, I have seen The Green Room. As a matter of fact, own it. Such a great punk rock movie. I love this movie. So good. Um, this movie is extremely violent and a great slasher flick. And the final girl is probably one of the most badass final girls in the genre. Um, so yeah. So fun story about this movie. I remember when I had my wisdom teeth removed, which was a very painful experience because they didn't do sleeping gas for where I was going to. And so they shot me up with needles about yay big in my jaw, three on this side, three on this side, and they went to work, sawing away at my gums with a drill and all that fancy stuff, and pumped me up full of medication and sent my ass on my way. We go to the Walmart pharmacy to get my prescription, and while I am wandering the halls of Walmart, I decide to go to the movie section because I always do. And I just so happened to find this movie, which is the same movie that I picked up all those years ago, and it caught my eye, and I decided, can I get this movie? Sure. So we paid for it and sat down, and I loved the movie so much, and I was so doped up on medication that I watched it twice. That's how much I enjoyed this movie. I watched it twice in my first viewing. So it has a obviously a special part, a great memory, you know. And I also went as the one of the killers for Halloween. I have never heard that. A ghost story. Interesting. I'm not really huge into ghost movies. But Green Room is fantastic. Very dark. Good Boy. I have not seen Good Boy. I've heard mixed reviews. But I love that concept. Taking a horror movie and putting it in the dog's point of view. Huh. That's cool. Speaking of psychedelic, have y'all seen Mandy? Yes, I did say Mandy. It is a really weird psychedelic horror revenge story starring Nick Cage. I actually really enjoyed that movie. Not necessarily. It's probably about 5 or 4 years old now. Yeah, it's very psychedelic and just fucking gore-tastic. It's definitely another one that I would recommend to people. Did y'all see the recent Frankenstein adaptation by Guillermo del Toro? Oh my god, it's so good. Pan's Labyrinth is fucking amazing, but I really like the adaptation that he did for Frankenstein. I also did a movie reaction to it as well. It's probably one of my most recent movie reactions that we did here on the channel. I haven't seen the new Dracula either, but I enjoyed the Nosferatu movie by Robert Eggers. Not a lot of people enjoyed that one. They felt that it was boring, but I disagree. I think it was phenomenal, very like cinematically and visually appeasing. Oh man, that's another movie that I covered here on the channel. And I also covered Bram Stoker's Dracula as well. I enjoyed it. I'm sorry you didn't enjoy it, Victoria. It's not for everybody, for sure. I think the original Bram Stoker's Dracula. I think that was probably one of Keanu Reeves's worst performances ever. Just because of his accent, it's just so weird. No, I've never seen Twilight Zone either. Honestly, like I'm not huge into TV shows. I'm not gonna lie. Um, like I used to watch Supernatural religiously when it first came out, and I was in Underworld Rise of the Lycans, and then play as a werewolf on Skyrim and hunt travelers on the road. Oh my god, man. I do not have Rise of the Lycans, unfortunately, but I do have the first two Underworld movies. I enjoyed Rise of the Lycans. I thought it was a really fun movie. Um, Kate Beckinsale is absolutely drop dead gorgeous in those movies. She could bite me anytime. I remember when they first came out, my mom's really into vampires, and she would not allow me to watch those movies, and I was really upset. She's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go to the movies with my friend, and we're gonna go watch it. I'll let you know if you can watch it or not." And I'm sitting there all day excited. I'm like, please tell me that I could watch it." And she's like, "Nope, sorry." I cried. But speaking of TV shows, I used to watch Supernatural religiously up to a certain point. Then I got bored with that, and then I used to watch The Walking Dead when it first came out as well, super religiously to a certain point, and then I got bored with it. The only ones that I really stuck with over the years that I love to watch on repeat is most likely Breaking Bad because of how well the fucking show is written. Oh my god, man. MySpace. 30 Days a Night is phenomenal. I covered that here on the channel a long time ago. It was actually, I had already seen it. I believe I was showing it to my co host, Brian, at the time. Hello. Oh my god, they just will never end. They keep releasing sideshows and shit like that. I'm done with it. Once it gets to like a certain point, like you just keep going, I'm done. You've lost my interest. I think the first two seasons, season two kind of started showing its cracks. First season was phenomenal. Second season was decent for the most part. I loved the ending of season two. Then season three started to get ridiculous, and then from then on, it just progressively got worse and worse. I never watched Walking Dead because I was a Game of Thrones snob and I hated them. I only watched the first two or three seasons of Game of Thrones, so I got bored with that as well. I don't see how you can compare Walking Dead with Game of Thrones. Those are two like genrely different shows. I'm honestly glad I kind of stopped watching Game of Thrones at a certain point because hearing about the season finale and how it, the series finale and how it ended, I'm glad I stopped. Fair enough. Yeah, they stopped giving a shit at a certain point in time. Even the show's own actors were like the fucking, they couldn't say anything, but you could see in their eyes that it was horrible. I, however, am excited for Crystal Lake. I cannot wait to watch that. Oh my god, it's really that bad. That's horrible. It should be coming out this year. We got some promotional, like, behind the scenes shots and everything. I would love a Halloween TV show. We've had so many fucking requels and reboots and remakes and yada yada yada. I think it would be cool if we did a TV show like format. I think that would be cool. I'm also really excited for the video game. I actually did a so far I have two deep dives on the most recent Halloween movies, and I have the third one already finished recording and everything. It just I have to edit it. 2018 was phenomenal. I enjoyed it for what it was. There were some things about that movie that I was like, oh god. But then yes, there is a Halloween video game coming out this September. And I am super excited. I will definitely be streaming it here on the channel. So sometime around September, keep your eyes out and hop on the stream. Platform YouTube. I will be live streaming it here on YouTube. I'm honestly done with Twitch and stuff like that. I also did not that long ago. I did a three separate live streams for the most recent Resident Evil, and I had an absolute blast. I played it from start to finish. It was just very unfortunate that I couldn't get anybody to hop on. But I would love to do that at some point in time. Get y'all to hop on and we could play some horror video games together. That is awesome, Matt Torrance. Phantasm's a fantastic movie. Hello, Ross McRae. Good night, Victoria. Thank you for hopping on and sticking around for as long as you could. I'll see you when I see you. Welcome back, Ross. How's your night going, buddy? Hell yeah, love to hear it. It's been all right. Hung out with family, chilled out. You know, Now we're just chillaxing. I was just talking about how excited I am for the new Halloween video game that they got coming out in September. That game looks fucking amazing. I will definitely be streaming it here on YouTube. So if that piques your interest, keep your eyes out this September. Do you have notifications on, by the way? Or do you just so happen do I just so happen to pop up on your feed whenever I go live? You see me when you look up live shorts. Gotcha. You should most likely hit the notification bell, buddy. I'd be most appreciated. That way, if I decide to stream a video game, you'll get notified or anything of the sort. Thank you. It's my favorite beanie. I also have this. One of my favorite Halloween jackets that I have. Just horror anything in general. It's my bread and butter. Yes, I do. I, as a matter of fact, do. I collect anything from like horror Funko Pops to NECA figures and stuff of that nature. I can show you once I'm done. I think the one that I want the most though is a life-sized xenomorph egg from NECA, and it comes with a face hugger with a opposable tail, and the egg itself lights up from the inside. But it's super expensive. I'll never be able to afford it with the way things are going. All right, let's head inside. Oh god. More like it sounds like $500 that I do not have. So, I mean, for horror figures, obviously you've seen my life-size Good Guy doll that I have. Then for Funko Pops, we got the Michael Myers with the Myers house. I have most of my Funko Pops put away. They're up in a box. So, because I am packing, we got a light activated Michael Myers. Yeah, I love it. We got another Funko Pop from The Thing. We've got a killer clown from outer space. This is my favorite from NECA. It is the dog thing. From NECA. And let me open that up for you. It's like one of my prized possessions that I have. Then we have some more NECA figures over here. We have the NES Jason from the old school video game. That's funny. Whenever you open up the box for this, it's supposed to play the music from the game, but the battery's dead, and I have to open it and replace the battery at some point in time. And we have a few more NECA figures over here that I'm going to be packing up here eventually soon. We got part 3 Jason. We've got part 4 Jason. I unfortunately do not have part 7 Jason. Eventually I will. But we got part 4 Jason. Unfortunately, when I got him, his hand is completely detached. If you can see that. But that's part 4 Jason. One of my favorites. We have the ultimate Ghostface action figure that I did in fact open up. I removed him from the box because he's got a glow in the dark mask that is really fucking cool. Also, the box is a bit damaged as well. But as you can see, I removed the mask and changed it out for the glow in the dark one, which is really fucking cool. And then we have Halloween Kills, Michael Myers, the ultimate Michael Myers figure. Which I love. It's really dope. Who knows? Maybe I'll end up opening up the boxes and taking them all out. Maybe I'll do a video on that. I don't know. I like keeping them in the boxes because I'm weird. The Hills Run Red 2009 is a random 21st horror movie. Badass horror mess, though. That movie would be high on my list of best horror movie masks. Alice Sweet Alice mask was good too. The Purge 1 masks. Was the Hills Run Red the one with the baby face mask? Brandon, if that's what I'm thinking. I have not seen it, but I've seen the killer himself. That shit is fucking awesome. I love the babyface killer. I will be right back. I have to pee. I am back. I am back. But some other things I would love to eventually get are some life-sized mannequins, so I can dress them up as my favorite horror movie slashers, such as Jason, Ghostface, Michael Myers. I think that would be pretty fucking cool to have around the house, you know? Especially if somebody decides to break into the house, they'll shit themselves. Hello, puppet. That is crazy. I wish I would have gotten my hands on one of those popcorn buckets. How you doing tonight, Puppet? Alien Romulus? Is that what you're talking about, Ross? I, in fact, did see Alien Romulus. I enjoyed it for the most part. I think the one thing that really holds the movie back is the member berries that are sprinkled throughout the entire movie. But overall, I had a blast. I enjoyed the film. It's definitely a lot better than Prometheus or Alien Covenant. Did not like part 8. I did not. Everyone talks about the Jason sleeping bag kill. It's definitely not my favorite on the list. He goes flying down those stairs, man. That shit was hilarious. I enjoyed it. It's definitely not a good movie. That's for sure. There are a lot of issues with Freddy versus Jason, but I enjoyed it for the most part. I just think that the director had no idea what the fuck he was doing, and he didn't really know anything about Jason in terms of lore, which is very unfortunate. I am waiting. So The movie isn't coming to my front doorstep until between April 1st or my birthday, which is April 6th. We will definitely record it when it comes, but it will not be out anytime soon because editing reactions takes a long time. It takes me about a week or so. If I'm consistently editing all day, which is not feasible anymore because, you know, my wife and everything, I have to pay attention to her and give her the love and care that she needs. But definitely will not come out until we move. But you will get a full face reveal from my wife. My wife. Very nice. I enjoyed Friday the 13th Part 7. The only issue that I had with the movie overall is the simple fact that the MPAA decided to tear that movie to shreds to the point where a lot of the kills are condensed and doesn't show the full on brutality of Jason. Jason's design is probably one of the most fantastic designs in the entire franchise. Besides part 4. I like part 4. Oh, I am excited. Believe me, Brandon. I am excited for the New York Ripper. I cannot wait. I have not seen Black Phone. Was it actually? I think I have seen Black Phone. Is that the one with the grabber? Yeah, I've seen it. Um, did Final Girls and Friday 3 and 7 get too much offense in on Jason? I think they got the right amount of offense on Jason, especially Part Seven's Final Girl, because she has superpowers. Chris fought for her life in Part 3. She fucked Jason up good. I enjoyed Friday the 13th Part 5. I think a lot of people who say Friday the 13th Part 5 is shit can go take a hike. That movie was amazing. Have you gotten into Brian Pollan's filmography yet? I do not know who that is. Yeah, I agree with you, Brandon. Also, I really like Trish. Whew. Jason X was terrible in a good way. I enjoyed Jason X. I think it was a fun romp. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. The rain at the end of the movie did us a favor. Oh my god. And then when she goes up against Roy with a chainsaw. Mwah. Oh. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of part 5. Um Part 4. I'm sorry. I got my Friday the 13th mixed up. I can't remember the side character's name. I think it was Ron. He was looking for his sister who was in was it part 2 or part 3? And he gets hammered to death by Jason. He's killing me. He's killing me. That shit was funny. Fucking phenomenal. Talk about like one of the worst dialogue performances ever. Narrating your own death. The dog absolutely jumped. He did not self delete, though. He he grabbed his check and decided, I'm done with this movie. Fuck you guys, I'm going home. Jason has never harmed a single animal. No, he didn't. Are you talking about Muffin? Are you just talking about the corpse that we thought was Muffin? Michael not only kills dogs, he eats them. He eats them like Chinese takeout. Yeah, the corpse that they find out in the forest was supposed to be Muffin, but it's not Muffin. Muffin appears at the end. Little rat dog. Ah, poppycock. Poppycock, my good sir. Watching art kill kids is just phenomenal. I still can't get over that mall scene of him blowing those kids up. Y'all are making me want to watch Terrifier 3 now. Lord. Jason is immortal. He is not almost immortal. He is immortal. He most certainly can teleport. Well, I mean, if you think about it, if you consider Jason Goes to Hell to be canon, and if you consider the Evil Dead universe is in within the same universe as Friday the 13th, because we got those Evil Dead Easter eggs at the end of the movie, then all leads point to Jason being a deadite. Because Pamela used the Necronomicon to fucking resurrect her son, but I assume that she believes it did nothing or whatever, so she goes on a killing rampage. I like that idea a lot. Oh my god. At the same time, I'm also excited for the new Halloween video game. That shit looks fire as fuck, man. Yeah, at the end of part 9, Jesus Christ. I have to rewatch that movie at some point. Goodbye. Take your Jesus talk somewhere else. God, I can't stand those fucking people. Technically, yes and no, because Michael Myers isn't. He is close to being supernatural, but not. He is still human. Horror movie recommendations? Hello, not your Alexandra. Um, Horror movie recommendations. I would give you An American Werewolf in London. One of my favorite werewolf movies of all time. One of the best cinematic werewolf movies and one of the best werewolf transformations in all of werewolf cinema. Um, George Romero's original Dawn of the Dead classic. Gotta go with George Romero's Martin, which is another classic. If you're into serial killer movies, we got The Green Room, which is a punk rock horror movie. If you enjoy that. What else? There's another movie on my list that I would recommend to you. I'm just looking for it right now. I don't know what I did with it. Okay. 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 That's all just gonna fall to the floor. Um, then we got You're Next, which is a phenomenal slasher film. Definitely recommend you checking that out. Been a few years since I watched American Werewolf. Didn't he just randomly start saying, "Oh my God, I'm burning up"? Then the transformation. I mean, the transformation is somewhat slow because, like, first he starts off having nightmares and stuff, just random nightmares, and then he's hanging out at his girlfriend's flat and he's just doing random things. He's trying to read, can't concentrate, he's bored. He keeps going back and forth to the fridge. He's like, I'm not hungry. I'm still not hungry. And then at some point, he just fucking just starts tearing his clothes off. Oh my lord. Oh my god. I'm burning up. Ah. They actually had that exhibit in Halloween Horror Nights. That was one of the houses that I went to, and it was fucking awesome. They had him like mid transformation in the middle of the living room, where like his torso is completely extended, his legs are elongated and shit. Fucking awesome. Grisly as fuck. That movie makes me cry every time because it's so bleak. Do I have any recommendations for seasonal butt plugs? I think I'm gonna have to recommend you ask your mother on that one because she seems to be a pro at things that revolve around butts. Yeah, that ending was fucking phenomenal. And finally being able to see the werewolf. I love the scenes where in the porn theater where he starts transforming there and then he starts eating people. Fucking awesome. It's very sexual too, like his transformation. Borderlines on e like ejaculatory, like self gratification. I also love that scene on the big screen when they're watching the porn and the two people are making love and the guy bursts in. He's like, "I told you to never do this kind of thing again." And she's like, "I don't know who you are. Not you. I've never seen you in my entire life." "Oh, sorry." Fucking hilarious. One of my favorite movies. I remember my mom showing me that movie. Oh my god. And also one of the people that like gets knocked into the window at the Piccadilly Circus scene was actually the director. Good night, Ross. You have a good night. Be right back. Have I ever watched some of Giuseppe Andrews' old movies? No, I have not. Another director that I've never heard of. You're naming like a lot of obscure things, my guy. It's been forever since I've seen Cabin Fever. Not a huge Eli Roth fan, not gonna lie. Definitely one of those movies that I need to check out, and I've been meaning to check out. I keep missing the window for Thanksgiving because I want to do that. You made like a lot of DIY brain rot in the early 2000s to 2010. Oh my god. Speaking of brain rot, have any of you guys seen Wolf Cop? Lord. Ooh, I love me some good old fashioned Black Friday chaos. People fighting over the next Barbie doll. One of those, probably not a fan of Rob Zombie either. I'm one of those, yes. I do not like Rob Zombie. I think his Halloween film was absolute fucking garbage. I like House of a Thousand Corpses. I like Captain Spaulding as a character. I think that Devil's Rejects ends phenomenally. Not one of my favorite movies that he's done, even though everybody says that Devil's Rejects is probably one of his best movies. Um, Whereas I'm more lean towards House of a Thousand Corpses because of how psychedelic and weird it fucking is. Um, but then we got the Devil's Three, like was it like Three from Hell, which I think is one of the most unnecessary fucking films that he could have done. Oh, I'm not taking it to heart, my guy. Much love. Uh, ooh, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Where did I put it? Where did I put it? I have it here somewhere. Got all my movies fucking. There we go. We got 31 right here. The only thing that I like about this movie objectively is Richard Brake's performance. He is one of the best in the entire fucking film. And I do actually enjoy Lords of Salem. I feel like his typical directing style is fucking held back in Lords of Salem, and I can appreciate that. I think, honestly, I think Three from Hell is very unnecessary because they ended the movie on the best finale that they possibly could have done. There's no need for another movie. They all fucking die. But, you know, and then we get and then they walk into the sunlight, never to be seen again type shit. And then I watched his most recent film, which was The Monsters, which, oh my fucking god, don't even get me started on that. Lord. Apparently they didn't. I think that is probably one of the biggest missing things in the series is Dr. Satan goes missing. They did a deleted there's a deleted scene where Dr. Satan is in the hospital and that I forget the actress's name, but she's in Clerks 2. She's the main love interest, Rosa something. She's one of the nurses that ends up getting killed by Dr. Satan, which is fucking crazy. But they completely axed it out of the movie, which, why? Why the fuck would you do that? And Rob Zombie's fucking Halloween is garbage, awful. Fucking cannot stand it. The only thing that I actually like about that movie, and this is being genuine and I'm giving the dog a bone here, is Brad Dourif's performance as Lee Brackett is probably one of the most like compelling scenes when he finds his daughter dead in Halloween 2. It's like fucking getting stabbed in the heart. Oh my god. Yeah, he rips out the nurse's throat. Woo, Dr. Satan! Woo, Dr. Satan! Fish boy. See, I think I can I prefer the theatrical cut. If I were to have to watch the movies at gunpoint, the theatrical cut is more bearable than the unrated director's cut, simply for the fact that they have an unnecessary rape scene in the unrated director's cut, and it leads into how Michael fucking escapes. I just think that it's mind-numbingly fucking stupid. Like, why do we need this in here? There's a Turkish screenwriter out there with a totally different cut of House of a Thousand Corpses. I need that. Anytime somebody mentions anything Turkish, I'm sitting over here like, man, I miss being a child and being able to travel to Istanbul and just eat all the food and enjoy the beaches and stuff. I miss Turkey. Be Turkey, my guy. Ah, man. I do enjoy a good Mediterranean dish. I could eat it all day, every day. One of the best cuisines, my guy. One of the best. You're so turkey, fam. Gobble, gobble. That's racist. Oh, God. Retouch on? What the fuck? How's it going, my guy? Welcome to Camp Black Lagoon. What's your favorite scary movie? And to answer your question, my night's going pretty good. Oh shit, my wife's asleep. I have to be quiet.
okay. How's it going, Dodge Up? Lovely to have you back. What's up? Now, I've been asking a lot of people who have come back, who have been on the live stuff. Do you see me on your feed, or do you get notified that I'm live? Septic. That sounds like an interesting film and also highly disgusting. See you on my feed. Hit the notification, my guy. So so you never miss me going live, whether it be on my phone or whether it be on my PC, because I do plan on streaming some horror games at some point in time. I appreciate it. Because for whatever reason, I don't pop on people's feeds when I go live via Streamlabs, and it's really fucking weird.
Ooh-wee. Definitely hit that notification bell, Brandon. Oh, it's slowly but surely, and I really need to kick it into third gear. I don't think I've seen Urban Legend. Yeah, but we're getting closer and closer to the final date of our move, which I'm I'm like I'm dreading it. I still have a lot of furniture I need to throw away before that time comes to pass, and got a lot of cleaning I need to do, and more boxes that I need to fill. I got the majority of my Funko Pops put away. I think once I put away all my movies and stuff, I won't be going live until the next move. Well, yeah, man, it's gonna be a 6 hour fucking drive, and it's not gonna be fun. I'm just ready for everything to be done and over with and settled. Yeah, at least I ain't flying. That is a good point. Fuck flying. Got too much shit to fly. But I gotta go through a lot of things on what I'm keeping, what I'm getting rid of. Obviously, all the horror stuff is staying, obviously. But I would like to find some picture frames at some point in time and get all the other posters that I have hung up for display and everything so I can have a new background, a new setup. That sounds absolutely god fucking awful. And I am so sorry you had to go through that. Oh god. I think tomorrow, or technically today, since it is past midnight, I'm going to be getting rid of some furniture and packing up a lot of the stuff on top of everything and just getting it done and out of the way. Oh man, that's a shame. I would never get rid of any of my movies. I don't care like how much of a pain in the ass it's gonna be to move everything, but could not be me. The collection will keep growing and keep growing. It'll never cease. Oof. All by yourself? I am sorry. Well, I mean, unfortunately for me, I'm the only one that's going to be carrying all the heavy shit. because I am the only man in this current situation that has the muscles to pick up said heavy stuff. At least I don't have to carry it up a flight of stairs like I did this time around when we moved into this apartment. But I will have to worry about carrying all the heavy stuff down the stairs. Whew. Yeah, that's the one downfall of it all. But at the end of the day, I refuse to give into streaming and shit like that. I rather have like physicality. I like being able to look at my bookshelf and be like, I like all this stuff. I like collecting my horror movie things. It brings me joy. But yeah, to each their own. I agree. But I am, however, excited for this new chapter in my life and being able to experience new things. Because currently, I'm not having a good time where I currently reside. Um, but there will be more content in the near future once everything is all said and done. I do, however, want to try to sit down and actually edit for once because I do have a video that's still currently being worked on. It's just I just feel so overwhelmed with everything that I just can't wrap my brain around editing things. Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. I agree with you on that 100%. I think once hopefully in the future once I get actual patron supporters like we used to have back in the beginning, I think once that starts to build up and all that, I'll be using those funds for movies and things that people suggest, and most likely adding on to my horror memorabilia and stuff. I have no idea at this current moment in time. Um, I would like to try and get a stay-at-home job, just work for telemarketing or whatever. Um, I'm so sick and tired of fast food because that's all I've been doing is working fast food and barely scraping by. Um, while my wife is applying for Ecolab, which I hope she gets the job because that'll settle everything at the end of the day. But at the current moment in time, when I move, I'll be doing DoorDash to scrap some money together. Wendy's. Been working at Wendy's. You guessed wrong. I'm not a sandwich fartist. I used to work, so for like 2 years, I worked 2.5 years actually. I worked for McDonald's, and that was probably one of the worst fucking experiences I could ever imagine. I do not recommend anybody ever working for that fucking piece of shit corporation because there is so much fuckery going on. Oh no, I agree 100% H2 Don John. I agree, but at the same time, it's one of those things where when you work in a toxic work environment, you get a little beat down. Uh, I don't remember the year specifically. This was right around like the pandemic and stuff, so right around those years. Um, but McDonald's was ridiculous. You couldn't like catch your breath for anything. You were always just bum rush, order after order after order. Um, Definitely do not recommend ever again. I was working on the grill and doing sandwiches, and they had me doing truck, so having to unload everything, um, having to reorganize boxes, put old boxes on top of new boxes. They expected me to do it all by myself, but I have a bad back. I have a torn muscle, which I have a huge lump after that whole ordeal. And I was like, can you at least spare somebody? You have the number of people where you can actually spare someone? No. Okay. Guess I'll go fuck myself. And then at a certain point in time, I was like, I'm not even going to be able to finish this all in one go. And they expect me to do this all in one go. So I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm not doing it. Fuck it. And I got my ass torn into. I'm like, you expect me to do all this shit by myself? You can go fuck yourself. How about that? Get somebody else to do it because I'm not doing it anymore. 2018, it was I was stuck on the grill and drive through having a busted body. Fucks everything up though. Sorry about that. It's all good. I mean, my body is completely falling apart. Winter is absolutely horrible. Horrible, horrible, horrible because my knees lock up. So every morning I wake up screaming and excruciating amount of pain to the point where I wake up my wife and I have to have her straighten my legs out because I can't do it on my own. And it's just like it's rough on my body. I got arthritis in my hands, so whenever the cold really hits, I'm just a bundle of fucking pain. And Wendy's isn't any better, especially the work environment, the toxicity within the management. Um, it's just an absolute fucking shit show, and we hardly have the people to work said shifts, and they expect us to, if if our labor is too high, we have to send people home. And then at the end of the day, when it's time to close the store, we only have two people and then a manager, and they expect us to do everything. Well, I haven't seen it yet, so that is up for debate. Um, Motherfucker's a smiling Friends character. You can, you can donate a small you can donate a small sum of money to my Patreon and I would appreciate it. I don't expect you to do that though. Um, Workers be fucking shit up with missorts, cost the company money to fix errors, send drivers out to. Our company is hemorrhaging money to the point. Hey, Foxy Boy, I was our company is hemorrhaging money to the point where we have a different a different building paying for our bills on top of everything else. So we just get looked at as a redheaded stepchild, and all the other companies talk shit about our building. Hell yeah, love to see it. Um, so I end up doing like sandwiches, fries, grill, taking orders, all the like everything. I end up doing everything. It's all good. It's all good, my guy. Lord, smiling friends. Seriously, dude, I swear, you do that again. Don't do that. I warned you. I warned you. I can't believe that show is made by a couple of YouTubers that I used to watch all the time when I was a kid or a teenager. It's just fucking wild. I love kids, Charlie. I love kids. I don't think we should join the CIA. Oh, what? So I could be the crippled psychic. Fuck the government, anyways. Get out of my head. Get out of my head. Is that guy wearing blackface? Dude, not cool. No, I'm a literal demon. Shit's so fucking funny. Basic pencil pushing six figures. The only issue with shit like that is I'm a high school dropout. Oh yeah, I'm sure they fucking do. I just wish that I could just do this for my fucking job, you know? That is a dream in of itself, you know. I mean, at one point in time, we almost had it. If I would have locked in and not let my mental health get the better of me, we would have been raking in the dough. I mean, talk about like 10 patron supporters, some of them shelling out $100 per month, YouTube monetization on. on top of having our own sponsor, like, that shit was fucking phenomenal. Only for all of that to be wiped away. But one of these days we'll get back to it, you know? Oh, for sure. For sure. I agree, Gore. I agree. And Foxy, to notify you, hit the bell on the channel so you get notified when I go live. That way you don't miss me going live or me posting a video. Support my shit. Like my videos, comment on my videos, watch my videos. Fucking get the algorithm to fucking do something about pushing my shit out. Because I'm constipated. I'm sick and tired of YouTube making me feel constipated. This shit needs to come out now. ASAP. You're all good. Delete all those notifications. Let me be the only notification that you need. But I definitely look forward to it, Gore. For sure. Gonna get back on that fucking grind, my guy. Grind out some videos. I got a couple planned right now. Gotta finish my Halloween Ends deep dive. Get that out of the way and published. Gotta fucking... it's ridiculous, like, how much I do for this channel. I edit, I fucking write, record, edit the thumbnails, all that shit. Bloop. I use Streamlabs. So I use Streamlabs. I'm trying to think. But yeah, that's the main thing that I use to record is Streamlabs. Um, is that just fucking settled then? We can't talk about this. StreamYard. I never even heard of StreamYard before. You have a good night, Foxy. Um, let's see. So we got the Halloween Ends video that I need to finish editing. I keep fucking saying that every single goddamn live stream that I do. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna work on the Halloween Ends video, and it never happens. So once I finish editing that and get that posted, we got we got we got this movie that I plan on covering with my wife. Then we got the New York Ripper, which I also plan on covering with my wife. We're gonna do those two movies together. Um, and then I don't know what I'm gonna do after that. Probably do a deep dive video on the Thing prequel and doing a little bit of a comparative thing on John Carpenter's The Thing, and I mean, kind of talk about what works and what doesn't work with the prequel, because I think the movie really suffers with the CGI, and that's all because of the higher ups being like, yeah, we're going to replace all the special effects that you guys worked so hard on and just replace it with fucking CGI slop. Why not? And look where that got you. It made your movie look like shit. Super unfortunate. Could have been a really good movie. Oh, I completely forgot. I recently bought this three movie Halloween collection at Walmart with all the horrible Halloween movies on it. H2O, fucking. I mean, H2O wasn't that bad. It's probably the best movie out of this collection. Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers. I don't know which version this one is. Is this the. I wonder if this is the incest version? And then we have Halloween Resurrection, which, dear God, that movie is so fucking god awful. Makes Rob Zombie's Halloween look like a fucking Golden Globe nomination worthy movie. Or Oscar worthy nomination. Good old producer's cut. Ooh, that would be an interesting video. I wonder if I can get my hands on that. Can do a like comparative video between the producers and theatrical cut and talk about which one's better and why. I think that's very interesting how both versions are two completely different movies. Mental health assault. Oh, for sure. I have mental health assault all the time. All the time. Michelle, I've gained so much fucking weight. I've just looked at myself in the mirror. I'm like, Jesus Christ. I have put on some pounds. But hopefully this move is going to do some good for my head and I can get back to working out again and get myself back into shape. I mean, it's also another reason why I get so burnt out easily when it comes to creating content and stuff. I mean, we used to pump out like 3 or 4 movies within a month. I'm pretty sure I ended up like editing every single video that we had done, um, and that's what we were doing. We were like recording, like we would do a thematic month, and we would do like 4 fucking movies or whatever, 3 or 4, and within the span of all of that, I'd just be editing throughout the entire week just to pump out video after video after video. I just burnt myself to a crisp. But now it's like I don't stress myself as much as I used to when it comes to trying to pump out a video. Um, Nor do I stress myself out when I get a negative comment or anything like that. I deal with that accordingly. I honestly don't give a shit what anybody fucking says, you know. Still here, YouTube is mundane as fuck. Trust, if I ever came back, it'd be minimal. I have 2 channels worth of content backlog, but not public. Put that shit out. Do it. Do it. Do it. Like, I get so bummed out. I missed that one skit video that you that that I watched that made me lose my absolute fucking mind. Oh my god. I still think about that shit from time to time. What the fuck? I mean, I like the platform simply because I enjoy creating content overall, whether my shit gets pushed out or not. I mean, it would be lovely if I got the recognition and the amount of support that we used to get over the years back to where we originally were. But at the same time, I just make the content because I enjoy it and it helps with my head and stuff. And I like to go back and rewatch my shit to see how far along I've come as a content creator, as a person overall. I mean, our earlier stuff, I'm vastly different compared to the person that I am today, which I'm honestly proud of because I've come a long way. And then it took even more growth to accept the fact that Brian is not coming back and I have to work on becoming a singular YouTuber. Your fresh angle, maybe someday. I'm thinking the Internet Archive route is the way, plus a new brand altogether in association with King Gore. I mean, I love your original brand. I I like the horror stuff, the grotesqueness that you cover and everything. I mean, I think you just talking about horror movies in general would be a interesting um, an interesting series to digest, in my opinion. But that's just me, you know. Uh, for me, however, I will always continuously make. Oh, I mean, fucking Turkish born. See, I'm a Floridian at heart. I am wholeheartedly a Floridian, but moving to Ohio is gonna be something that I never thought I would do, but um, that's my wife. You know, that's where she grew up, Ohio. So she's gonna get a chance to be closer to her family, and closer to her friends and stuff like that, which I'm happy for her. I need to get out of here because this place is just nothing but depressing, and I don't really have any fond memories overall, except for like being able to meet my family, like my extended family and stuff, and all that. And there's just like too many like horrible things that happened here that just like really fucked me up overall. But I got the experience that I needed. Ohio, 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 Ohio gozaimasu. But, I'm hoping that this new breath of fresh air and surroundings will help me feel enlightened and rebirthed in a new outlet. Um, but the content will never go away. I will continue to pursue my dream and continue to make content and talk about horror movies and reach out to people here on the live stream and fucking hopefully, I mean, even do live streams on horror games and stuff. That new Halloween video game looks sick as fuck, and I'm definitely going to be covering that at some point in time. Um, but I mean, I'm broadening my horizons in the sense of content and trying new and different things. Um, I mean, I'll continue to do horror movie reactions because that's just something that I enjoy doing. I enjoy watching a movie for the first time and being able to capture those moments and being able to go back and like just archive it on the internet overall and being able to rewatch it and be like, oh well, yeah, that's how I felt at that moment in time. Um, just completely have fun with it overall. And now with the horror movie deep dives that I'm doing on top of everything, which is something that I've been wanting to do for a very fucking long time. It's something that I've been talking about for a long time behind the scenes, and I'm now just recently pushing myself into that area, which is very uncomfortable for me because I'm a horrible writer, and I'm just like trying to broaden my horizons in that aspect of content creation. Um, but keep it within the realm of horror because fucking autism, I guess. But that's the whole point. I just want to create a home for like-minded horror fans, horror nerds that just enjoy this shit as much as I do, and people who have interesting insights into different types of horror movies, and people who know more obscure horror films than I do, that mention, hey, you should watch this, and then I go and watch those horror movies and be like, wow, those are, what should I do? I already did rebrand. I can't go through another rebrand. What I need is a new logo and a new intro and banner and stuff. But I like the name Camp Black Lagoon. See, we're like, originally it started off with podcasts from the Black Lagoon, and that's when we were an audio only service. And then eventually we made our way to YouTube on a different channel that was podcasts from the Black Lagoon. That died in order for us to be reborn as um, Horrors from the Black Lagoon. And that was the new channel where we decided to cover horror movies and stuff. And then it changed again to the point where I finally changed it again to Camp Black Lagoon. And it has this nice little vibe to it where it's kind of reminiscent of like 80s slasher camp vibes that I'm trying to go for. And if I were to ever make merch and stuff like that, I would love to do a whole like 80s camper outfit get up. And that's where like when we come up with like audience names and stuff, like for the audience, campers is fucking where it's at. So um, it all works within itself. It's got the horror vibe. It's got the 80s meh. And yeah. So but also the abbreviation CBL kind of sounds like a sexual thing. I love me that CBL. $2. Coon Blast Lagoon. Oh. That's fucking funny. Lagoon Sesh. Yeah, the Patreon definitely needs. That's funny. The Patreon definitely needs a retouch because it's old as fuck. My lord. Oh, fuck. Yeah, I'm still alive. I'm probably gonna head off here. I just saw what time it is and I'm like, fuck. It's already 3, which is absolutely ridiculous. Lordy Lord. Y'all take it easy. Y'all have a good night. I appreciate every single one of you stopping by for this live stream. I hope to see all of you in the future. Um, don't be a stranger. Fucking, fucking, pop on some of my videos. Say hi. You know, the whole shadig, the whole shebang. I'll see every single one of you later. Bye bye. Oh, yeah, I'm going now. Sorry. Black Lagoon. You too, buddy. Bye bye.